Welcome to our Monday morning meditation. So good to have you here and to be here with you. We are getting ready for Hurricane Milton down here, and it's been such a fascinating process. If you ever have thought of, if I had to evacuate really fast, what would I make sure I took? And I had this very short list that in actuality is quite impossible. So I have learned very quickly the last few hours, last 24 hours, what actually is important to me. And I always thought my photos of my kids would be most important to me, and certainly they are, but my car is too small to carry the quantity of pictures that I have because my kids were born and raised before Facebook. So I don't have a lot of digital anything of my kids. It's all paper and in boxes and photo albums and all of that. So I am going to hope for the best with those. And the things that have become important to me are more, my business important documents. I have many files from working with my mentor, Jane Elizabeth Hart, over the years that are valuable to me and to the center moving forward. So to my own practice and business and to her ministry and a couple of pieces of jewelry and my favorite pair of shoes. And that's about that's about what I got. Enough clothing for a few days. Hopefully this will be nothing. And I'm smiling about this because I've been watching myself all morning and it's quite humorous. Um, and as I was thinking about our time together today and watching myself this morning, it's like, okay, so I feel very non-attached to a lot of my stuff, which is nice, and as I've been watching this last week with Hurricane Helene and all the devastation that's been happening, even what I was thinking about um, with Hurricane Helene and all that devastation that's been happening, and all those people who have lost everything, their homes, their items, even a half a block from where I am, even though I'm not where Hurricane Helene hit, we had the storm surges. And half a block from me, people's entire first floor of furniture and drywall and all sorts of items are on the side of the street for pickup this last week. And it's been just so strange to be that close to it and not have been affected by it. I might have lost my scooter, but that is a first world issue. That is not a big deal. But now we have one coming in that is a direct hit. And it's just been so interesting and to see like, okay, so this is really, let's look at the silver lining of this, right? If I came back and nothing was here, most everything can be replaced. And what is important is people, each other, my family, my spiritual family down here, and my neighbors and just people. And one thing that devastation does for us as human beings is it brings us together and it makes everything else so not important. So as we are holding, gosh, the whole Southeast in our meditation time today, just holding that light, that energy, it really does uplift us. And getting back to what I was going through this morning, just on a personal level, as in a microcosm way, feeling that, um, feeling myself not attached as I went into some of my last minute packing this morning. And the more I had time to think about it, the more stuff I was packing. And, just kind of stepping back from that and going, okay, so yeah, I can feel my mind taking me into the anxiety, the what if everything is gone? What if everything is gone? What do I need to take? And my anxiety center in my brain just loved that. It just said, oh, now I'm really important, aren't I? Let's pack all the things and, and just catching myself in that and being able to step back and go, okay, I have no idea what is going to happen. I have the things that I need, and that's it. Everything else is replaceable. Everything else doesn't matter. Do I want to come back to that? Is that my preference to come back to an obliterated household? Not at all. But as so many people have shown us in all the hurricanes in our history, really, and all the volcanoes, all the earthquakes, all the tornadoes. My gosh, what else is there? Even all the wars that are taking place, we survive. We survive and we learn most of the time. We learn and we come together and we support each other, and our humanity and our love for one another are not love like we like to hang out with people and go to coffee with every person that we meet, but that agape love, that true unconditional love, because at our depth, we know, oh, we know we are one. And that's been so moving to me as this week as I've watched all that devastation and, just that compassion of what people are experiencing and the pulling together of people helping each other. Really, truly, that is it's so beautiful to me. And I'm crying not out of, oh gosh, just out of humanity, right? Sadness, and but that compassion for them. And so we're just holding, I think, compassion for all of us. I guess I'm included in that too. Down here, I'm not thinking about myself though. I'm just yeah, I just want to hold all the people in our love and light today, because that really does. Just like when you think about somebody coming into a room, and if they are in a bad mood, you feel it and it feels kind of heavy. Or somebody walks into a room and they're just ecstatic and they have very vibrant energy. We feel that and it's contagious. That's what our prayer does. That's what our holding an area in our love and light, like we're going to do today, holding the Southeast, all of the Southeast in this light today. We really are adding a little bit of upliftment to their situation. And that is huge. That's a huge blessing to them. It's a blessing to us to get into that space within our hearts that is in touch with our oneness, with our humanity, with the best, highest part of that self that we are. So, with all that said, let's get in touch with our center first. We take a couple of deep breaths to settle into our chair, into our bodies, grounded. The analogy of the eye of the hurricane and the silence that's in that spot of the storm, that is out of the winds, out of the rains, out of the water, out of the force, is so fitting to our center. Our center is in that powerful silence, no matter what the mind is doing. Even if we forget and we step into the storm, we know it kind of starts taking us away. So we stop and we get back into that center. And we just be. The mind can do whatever the mind is going to do, but that center is untouched because we can watch the mind like we watch a hurricane. From the center. Just let your body relax into your chair. Just let it go. Let it go. And let your attention be in the center of your heart. This center of light, of stillness, of compassion is what we all share, all of humanity, all living things. Every atom and cell of the planet shares this light. Just imagine every heart light connecting with the next one, all across the planet. Just breathe into that light. And this light fills your entire body and the space all around you. Still connected to every other heart light in the world. And now we direct this light, this love, compassion, peace. Just visualizing the southeast area of the United States right now. Carolinas and Georgia, Alabama, Florida, that whole area, all that has been affected by a recent hurricane. And just hold this light for them and with them, all the people who've lost their homes, who've lost loved ones. All the people who are preparing for the upcoming storm. Without thought, without judgment. And to the best of our ability, without sentiment. And compassion is so pure. It is without getting lost in the grief of someone else, while having understanding of it, loving understanding. And we hold this heartfelt compassion. And we return to this love and light, this compassion, this prayer energy, if you will. Anytime these storms come to mind, we just come to this place of compassion. Holding that light for all concerned to have the strength and the energy, the faith and the support to move through whatever is theirs to move through. And if you have time this morning to continue and holding that space, that love and light for this area, I invite you to do so. If you need to go about your day like I do, just take a couple of deep breaths to help transition yourself back into an awareness of your body and the chair you're sitting in, the room right around you. And certainly there are many places on our planet right now that need this love and light. And anytime a situation comes to mind, the more we can hold it in this strength of compassion and non-judgment, but light, we are supporting the clearer thinking of all concerned. We're doing our part to support humanity. I'm very grateful to be here with you today and to share this time with you. Thank you for your participation in holding this space for the Southeast. And I look forward to seeing you next week on the other side of Milton. And thank you for your presence here today and for letting me have my feelings during our time together. I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a wonderful week, and thank you again for your love and light. Bye-bye.